Hey everyone, Garrett here from Naked and Famous Denim. You guys voted in the last episode that you wanted to see the Toxic Avenger, the I've Been Traumatized jeans, and that's what we have for you here today. These were sent in by our fan, Claude. He did a great job wearing these 2 years for the Indigo Invitational, and as you can see, they have been washed quite a bit. He told me he was washing these 1 to 2 times a week, so they have a beautiful vintage fade. But before we get into it, please do me a big favor, make sure you hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Okay, let's get right into it on these jeans. I like to start on the front, so flip them around over here. Right away, I'm gonna just go through all of the details as well as the fade. We have this beautiful woven patch. It's one of my favorites. I really like these colors on the back there, the Toxic Avenger and Naked and Famous Denim. Moving down to the front here, we see quite a bit of fading on the coin pocket. He's probably been putting his hand in there a lot or putting something into that pocket, and as a result, we got some cool brassing or polishing on that rivet there. You can see it was a black rivet to start with, and now it's kind of a gold brass color there. Again, a little bit more polishing on the fly button there. Let's just check. The fly is fully intact. Moving over to the other side, again, some nice pocket fading and puckering along the seams because it looks like he's been washing these a lot. Sliding down a little bit farther, we can see the whiskers coming in a little, faint whiskers. This is a vintage fade. And moving down even more, we can see, the real detail on this fabric. So this is a really cool fabric. It's 14-ounce organic, and it actually has a very cool twill. It's not right hand twill, left hand twill, or broken twill. It's all three. It has all three. So every 2 inches, it's gonna be alternating from left hand twill, right hand twill, broken twill, and so on, all the way down the jean. So it has a really cool, really interesting look to it. And moving down here, we can see actually the effects of this different twill. If you kind of zoom out a little bit, Vinny, zoom out a little, just so you can see the whole jean, you can actually see it has a little bit of a wave on the outseam there, and that's caused because the skew of that twill is pulling and shrinking in different ways. So you end up with this wavy pattern going down the outseam, which is, it's something really special, something I've never really observed before. And when I saw that, I thought, wow, this is a really wild, cool detail that you would rarely see on any other jean. Moving down to the bottom, we got these really nice roping fades along the green chain stitch hem. And on the inside, again, more nice roping. Once you flip up the cuff, you can see that it has this light green weft, which was kind of allude to the chemicals that Toxie fell into and traumatized him. And if you look here, you can also see this beautiful horizontal slub. So most of the time when we do a slubbier denim, you'll often see the slub more in the vertical sense, and you'll end up with this kind of rainfall pattern. And in this case, it's actually more in the horizontal. So it ends up with this kind of like watery texture. It looks like a rippling pond or the ocean. And if you can see that, Vinny, there, it's very 3D. It is kind of puckered up and shrunk into this extremely textured, extremely raised sections on those slub yarns there on the weft. All right, let's move over to the back. And the back is really cool as well. Of course, we have that Toxie embroidery on the back pocket. And one thing you might notice right away is what happened to the patch. Well, luckily, our friend Claude, he didn't lose it. He included it and he sent it over. So here we have the veg tan leather patch, which has it's seen some things. And I guess it saw so much action that it ripped right off. And luckily, he didn't lose it. So he sent it there in with his jeans. And then going over to the other side, Claude has done something really cool with his repairs. He looks like he's had his phone here in the back pocket, and as a result, a few little rips formed, and he repaired it with this green thread, which is really kind of on theme, really cool, and really adds to this pair. I do love these repairs. Coming down to the crotch here, the crotch looks like it's in great condition. No blow, it's a little bit of wear, but I'd say this is fantastic for 2 years of wear. And it really kind of shows that if you wash your jeans regularly, they are gonna last a little bit longer. If you never wash them, that grime, that dirt kind of builds up in the fibers. causes things to break down faster. So again, if you wash your jeans regularly, they're gonna last a little bit longer. Moving down to the combs here, we do see light combs. Again, because he was washing these quite often, you're not gonna see those high contrast combs, but you can see kind of the little vintage honeycombs in the back there. Moving down, as Vincent likes to say, we got the calf fades. He's the big calf fade fan, and you can see a little bit of calf fade action here. And then down on the bottom, again, maybe some light stacking fades and more roping on the hem. So I have this pair right here. Luckily, we actually have a few more pairs. We have one more faded pair, which I can show you as just a comparison. Let's open that guy up. Which is this pair here, which is also very faded, but a little bit more high contrast. So it probably hasn't been washed as much. So it gives you kind of a nice comparison. Let's do a little side by side here. So we have one that's washed a lot more, so it's a more vintage fade, and then one here that has been washed less. So a more high contrast fade. Both extremely beautiful, but you know, different strokes for different folks. And then luckily I have one Toxic Avenger jacket left. This is the very last piece I have in stock, and I just wanted to break it out to show you kind of the before and after, so you can see how dark it starts and how light it becomes. So it really develops from this really cool dark fabric to a slightly lighter, and then finally quite light jean if you wash it enough. All right, so I want to thank you guys for tuning in for this fade review. If you liked it, please make sure to hit that like button. And again, if you haven't, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.